Wow, that is a very short intro. What's up, guys? I'm Vocal Strike, and welcome to one of the Halloween LPs of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's Reverse of Arcadia. I am not adding the World Championship 2010 into the title, and I am doing this with Watt Kinetic.
What's happening, everybody? I love this game. I love 5Ds. I basically twisted his arm into doing this.
He actually did, because we're not only doing this for Halloween, but we are also... Oh yeah, as you can probably see from the mouse, I am running this on an emulator. We're also kind of doing this as... Granted, it's very late, but better late than never, as kind of in honor of the late Kazuki Takahashi.
And we are playing one of my favorite decks in existence while doing it. Doesn't matter how bad the version of the deck is, I love it.
We are planning to run heroes, and this actually works out, not just because of Takahashi-san, but also because of my childhood with Halloween. Let me explain. Growing up on Halloween, as a kid, my grandparents, may they rest in peace, would not allow me to dress up as anything scary, spooky, or evil. So, no villains, no monsters, no ghouls, no ghosts. But everything else, like, real life professions, like, police officers and doctors, food stuff, and superheroes are perfectly fine and was accepted. I dressed up as heroes.
What's funny for me is we actually had a very differing, while similar, experience here of as a kid, I may love horror franchises now, but it's on a matter of lore and reading. I cannot watch horror movies. They give me heart problems.
I thought you were okay with watching horror movies and shows. You're just not okay with playing horror games.
It depends. Now, if it's something suspenseful, I'm good. And my mom and I are the same way. If I'm gonna watch a horror movie, I need to know how to kill that son of a gun before the end of the movie. Which is why Freddy Krueger, off the table. Jason, off the table. Michael Myers, one of my favorite villains of all time. Because in spite of the amount that man has lived through, he is technically human. But it led to a great appreciation of me for horror now. As a child, I would hide behind my parents, well, my mom and my stepdad, if anyone so much as walked past me wearing the Scream mask. I did not like it. So, when my dad wanted me to be horror creatures, the best he ever got out of me was the Nazgul from The Lord of the Rings. All of my costumes were typically various heroes, not in the way of, well, superheroes. I did do Spider-Man once, and I was Yugi Moto once. That one was a fun year. I still have the plastic wig, but most of my stuff was heroes from high fantasy. So if we were doing this based on my childhood, it would be a warrior deck. Which, same difference when it comes to heroes.
Yeah, heroes isn't all warrior type. But with that said, you did actually, while discussing this, you actually did promote a decent idea to add to the deck. It's literally just one card. We also would have to throw in at least one tuner into the deck, and heroes don't specialize in synchros. And that's to basically throw in our own Signer Dragon.
There's plenty of options. There's the End Dragons, but one of them requires dark monsters, the other requires light.
Honestly, with the heroes I've seen that are available, we could get away with at least a light one. We could also we can actually get away with both light end and dark end if we decide to, whether or not we decide to run evil or destiny heroes into the mix.
You want to know what makes this even better? This is once again tying into Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, because in the manga, Chaz uses Light End Dragon and Dark End Dragon as actual, they're just monsters in his deck.
Yeah,
and then
they're
on
main
one
deck
turn,
effect
play them.
monsters in the manga, but when they turned them over into actual cards, they became synchro monsters. And
Which
I think it's like one of the artists or like head artists or whatever of the GX manga was kind of devastated about it because they would actually used to host I don't know if they still do, but they would actually host like their own little mini in-house tournament over at the studios that made the manga. And
he went to make Chad, and he couldn't.
he would stick with fusion, so like, you know, he would use heroes and whatnot. 5D's was rolling in, so synchro monsters were becoming the new big thing, and everyone was using them. He was stubborn and refused to use synchro monsters, and he would not swallow his pride.
You want to know what makes this even or a detail that makes this very funny to me? When you look back at previous generations of cards, usually the first era of a new type of cards
Is that Joey Wheeler hair?
There's Joey Wheeler. There's a bunch of hair options, honestly.
That's Yugi hair. That is 100% Yugi hair.
You can also edit the colors and stuff of your outfit after a little bit. You just passed Tristan Taylor and didn't say anything.
Tristan's forgettable.
You want to know the worst part? That's the one that didn't have the color change. That was just straight up Tristan. Oh, that cap is the classic from back in the just generic protagonist days of Yu-Gi-Oh!
I mean, I do wear hats because Balding Gene kicked in.
Is that Bandit?
I think that's Bandit Keith, yeah.
That is Bandit. There's my favorite.
I'm surprised that there's no Kaiba in this.
Oh, hey, there's that one guy from Yu-Gi-Oh! Filler and Waking the Dragon. That's one of the Waking the Dragon's villains' haircut. I'm not that surprised about the lack of Kaiba because his hair is kind of basic.
Yeah, but it's also Kaiba. If they have Yugi, then they probably should have Kaiba. I actually cannot see the face all that well with that hat on. Okay, that actually kind of looks a bit like Kaiba.
Or Jack Atlas.
Yeah.
I believe this game
that is someone who is ready to mug a punk.
You thought you were safe, but I'm a psychic duelist. Psychic knife. Oh, hey, you can have the tattoos that mark you as a criminal.
I honestly kind of want the tattoos.
Yeah, that works. You want to know what's worse? If you used that hat outside of, like, the tattoos, perfect rendition of a lot of the early Yu-Gi-Oh! Games protagonists that they give you, because they just stick a cap on you and hide your face.
I think they even still do that in the modern games, because I think one of the default icons for Master Duel is literally just a faceless person with a red hat.
It's also the Vagabond in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, but it's based in the early Yu-Gi-Oh! Game.
I kind of want to run the hat because I do actually use hats in real life. I actually do wear them in real life because, again, Balding Gene kicked in.
I use the bandana a lot because I wear a lot of bandanas or do-rags. It's what I used to cook in.
But honestly, this one actually looks like this would actually fit more.
I think it's up to you. Another fun detail for me, like I said, you can change the colors of the outfit and the hair at any given time. That man, if you go back to the Tristan Taylor hair, that man is definitely about to pull a knife on somebody and mug them for their cards.
Yeah.
That man's like, give me a card.
Yeah. Yeah.
trying to think of a fitting tuner to use with heroes, because we also have to remember that if we use either of those end dragons, we're trying to make a level 8 synchro. So our best options for light end are level 4 monsters, and our best options for dark end are not in the elemental hero deck. I
Yeah,
think that it works.
yeah.
You
Let's
look like you're a delivery man that's secretly a spy.
let's go with it.
Oh gosh. But no, as I was saying earlier, with the start of each set of newer monsters after, yeah, even with you came out, people were like, "This stuff is garbage. I'm sticking to the old stuff." Rituals came out, they said, "This stuff is
Oh,
garbage."
oh, it's this punk.
Yeah, I don't think you ever actually duel him, as far as I remember.
I
Luckily.
mean, I think as far as I know, at least, this game actually takes place during the Dark Signers arc. So this is like way back in the past when oh god, what's his name?
It's not actually that far in the past when Callan died.
That's it, Callan. When Callan became a Dark Signer. But honestly, this guy, if I recall correctly in the anime, he got fired after his duel with Yusei.
He got fired. Do you want to know the worst part? Man would have kept his rather cushy job and been able to just keep being the prison warden. But he welched on his deal with Yusei, and Goodwin saw it. That's the entire reason he lost his job, was the fact that he welched on his deal. Had he, kept to his deal with Yusei and just let him out, would have been fine.
Trash. He's passed out already.
Gonna go get me some barbecue. I wish I was joking. That's a whole bit with him in the Japanese.
And he's out.
That is probably one of my favorite dual runner designs. Monkey, 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 monkey.
Oh yeah, this is the spirit, the Duel Monster spirit world.
Yeah, our character in this game is tied up in a lot of garbage.
I honestly don't remember the voice of this. I honestly don't remember the voice of the Monkey King.
I believe they go full, I don't want to say racist, but racist with it, in making him like your stereotypical funny monkey.
In this world, you'll find 3 types of duels, each of which is conducted in a different manner. By mastering duels of varying styles, you'll be able to develop your talents as a duelist. Well, there you have it. Now, please enjoy your journey in 5D story mode.
There is normal duels, tag duels, and
Chapter 1, Awakening Arcadia Movement.
Yep.
Somebody, please help me.
Sucks to suck, kid. If you just push whatever button works with A, it works without having to touch the screen.
Oh, okay then. Sayer, a change has been detected in the test subject's body.
My least favorite Yu-Gi-Oh character right here. What is it? I hate Sayer so much.
See this wavy pattern? It's likely that the subject's communicating with the spirit world. Okay, so we actually start as part of the Arcadia movement.
That's the whole point of Reverse of Arcadia. We're on the inside this time.
Does that mean that we eventually find out the truth behind Arcadia Movement and then go to betray them?
Give it a minute. Really? Then all of our research up to this point hasn't been in vain.
Isn't this the entire reason why they wanted Luna? Is because of their interest in the spirit world?
Pretty much, yeah. Okay, that's enough for today. Maybe it's time we put this one to work for us.
Oh yeah, if he sounds like if he ends up coughing a bit, he is just getting off a bit of an illness.
He's also eating French fries.
You might want to drink something with that.
Fair enough. Even if this subject can't use psychic powers, I'm sure we'll have a decent duelist on our hands.
Oh, so we're not even psychic.
Yeah, no, we are not psychic at all.
Then why are we in the Arcadia Movement? Don't they only recruit psychic duelists?
They also killed a child because their psychic powers weren't strong enough.
Fair. Oh, the subject eyes have opened. Though, let's be honest, we probably don't know about the murder.
Yet. When our friend here is able to walk, take our little protege to his room. I am doing my best sleazy used car salesman I can for this guy, because that's all the energy he gives me. That and abuser, but let's not talk about that.
Yeah, Sayer's not a good person.
I'm just gonna say it. I'd rather go to school with Kamoshida as the gym teacher than do anything with Sayer. That's right. I think he's worse than Kamoshida.
You might.
Oh, but make sure no one realizes that this subject is not a psychic duelist. If anyone else finds this out, our secret might be leaked to the outside world.
Us not being a psychic duelist can leak their secrets? Huh?
Because the Arcadia Movement is supposed to be a safe haven for psychic duelists, what would it say to the rest of the world that a non-psychic duelist with no memories is currently working for them?
Yes, sir.
To be fair, Saria is a wood.
You would bang him?
I said Saria.
Oh, I thought you said Sayer.
Oh, God. No. I would rather stab my own eyes out.
A few hours later.
They don't.
Does our character at least know he's not a psychic duelist?
Not yet.
This will be your room from today. If there's anything you're not sure about, please ask these two guys. I really hope there is an option to speed up the text boxes, because good lord, that's slow. Other than that, here's a deck that you can use.
Yep, because we don't get to use our own deck for a bit.
Speaking of which, we do have a bit of a cheat code turned on to give access to every card in the game right off the gate. Assuming that I typed it in right.
Because heroes are a pain in the butt to unlock.
And we wouldn't be getting them until much, much later and without grinding. So...
yeah.
Supply deck. Is it a deck full of psychic types?
Yes.
Since the deck has already been created, be careful not to mix the cards up. Okay, so this is a loner deck.
Yep. You don't even keep it after Chapter 1, if I remember correctly. Even when you come back to the Arcadia Movement stuff. And even then, fun little detail here, they still gave you a pretty good deck.
You'll be receiving your instructions from Sayer soon. You two better be ready, too. We're also not voice actors, by the way, so don't expect any professional level performances.
A pleasure to meet you. My name's Okita. I'm sure we'll get along smashingly. We just got here ourselves, so I'm afraid we probably can't answer too many of your questions.
And who's this punk?
I'm sorry. Okita always seemed fruity to me.
Some new blood, eh? I'm Liquid. What's your name? Mason,
Why
eh?
did he turn into Shadow the Hedgehog?
Well, good to have you on board. What are you staring into space for? You got anything going on upstairs there? Okay, then. What's that fella's name over there? Yeah, that's right. It's Okita. Alright. So where are we now?
See what I mean?
Hey now, get a hold of yourself. We're in Arcadia Movement headquarters, right? Okay, give your brain a rest till we get some instructions. Just don't go causing any trouble. I don't know, like his face kind of makes me...
So would you like to know what to do next?
View mode has been added to Free Duel. Recipe Duel has been added to Free Duel. New Forbidden Limited card list has been added. New wardrobe has been added. New hair...
Oh, a new wardrobe.
Wait, what? Did
Go over to item. Or not item, sorry. Wrong one. Go over to the little settings mark.
Right here. Options.
Change image. I wonder what it gave you. That's going to be the wardrobe. Let's see what you got.
Arcadia Movement uniform and the Tag Force set.
Makes sense.
Honestly, I like the Tag Force set.
Fair. There are certain points in the game where they will force you to wear specific outfits, by the way.
Okay, so this is using, like,
Yeah.
RBG sliders.
I normally make my guy purple.
Here's the thing, I want to kind of stick to a darker-ish red.
Makes sense. I thought you were going Slifer on me for a second.
It's tempting, honestly. It is tempting. Or I could even go Obelisk Blue if I wanted to.
Fair. You can also make raw yellow if you use the sliders properly.
Yeah, but I think out of all of them, I don't think I would rather be raw yellow, honestly.
I want to be an Obelisk Blue of the schools, in my personal opinion, is just because they get more fancy treatment. Outside of Zane, they have arguably the weakest duelists in the entire school.
If I recall correctly, in the manga, Chaz actually does stay in Obelisk Blue, whereas it's only in the anime he gets demoted down to Slifer Red.
He gets demoted down to Slifer Red when he rejoins the school.
Oh, this actually doesn't change the hair color, it changes the hat.
Well, that's because that's the hat. That's pretty much all the hair you have on that outfit right there. You did unlock a new hair, apparently. Gosh dang it.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry, but let's be honest, the police duelists in
5D's.
In 5D's are kind of incompetent.
Counterpoint. Trudge isn't actually that bad of a duelist. It's just he's dueling Yusei. who never loses a turbo duel outside of a single duel that doesn't finish. Oh.
When you activate a card in which to chain, a confirmation window will be displayed. Not really sure. Not really sure what the display self chain.
Honestly, the bad part is we already we're just going through settings. You haven't even gotten to the first duel, and we're in the right room for it.
I kind of want to see the. I want to see what's in the deck. I am curious. That sucks. And I'm guessing this is a
Save.
Yeah.
So, you see the fruity-looking guy over there?
Which one?
The actually fruity-looking guy, not the guy that looks like he's a punk in the 1980s. Yeah, talk to him.
Waiting is such a... Oh, wait, no, you actually did this one.
Waiting is such a tedium, eh? How about a duel? You know how, to help to get to know each other better.
Sure.
I hate that my first instinct after the get to know each other better was to do a double eyebrow raise. No psychics allowed, alright. We wouldn't want to mess up our room now, would we?
Oh, I don't think we have to worry much about that.
You do for him. Although, being such novices ourselves, I'm sure we can't cause that much damage.
Oh, complete animation and everything.
Yeah.
Healing Psychic.
Oh, let's see how good this hand is. Oh, God. Well, you have a tuner you need to draw.
So what do we have here? Threatening Roar.
Threatening Roar, tomatoes, back to square one, Creebons.
Okay, we can already... we can at least set these.
Yeah, set the traps and set Mystic Tomato, is my advice.
I am not used to playing... I have not actually played any Psychic deck, so when this card is selected as a attack target, you can pay 800 life points to negate the attack. Back to square one. Discard one card from your hand, return one monster on the field to the top of the owner's deck.
Holy cow.
What? And then... end turn. So what do we got?
Okay, so it's just what I'm seeing.
Domino effect. When a monster is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard. Okay, yeah, this is a...
You want to know the worst? You want to know the worst part about this, Mason? I've played this game so many times.
Should we activate Dust Tornado now? Because that domino effect might send one monster you control to the graveyard to destroy one monster your opponent controls.
Okay, that's much better. I had to disconnect and reconnect, but I was lagging up a storm.
Oh.
It wasn't the recording, it was on my end. Don't chain a card. Domino effect isn't going to do you many problems here. I would recommend looking at the extra.
Did I? Okay, no, I didn't. He is not attacking the tomato.
Oh, obviously not. Just at the turn. The biggest threat here is probably the face down, and it's probably a pull off. Ooh, Old Vindictive Magician. That's a fun one.
What's our extra deck? So we have Thought Ruler,
Thought
Archfiend.
Transfer.
So level 5, level 7, level 8.
Yep. I'm sorry, I know this deck like the back of my hands due to how many times I played this game.
Okay, yeah, then we can't... We cannot Synchro Summon then.
Yet.
Greybonds
is a level... Greybonds is a neat tuner.
I might as well.
Yeah, then you're going to attack into like a 1600 or 1800 defense monster, probably.
Nah.
At least Dust Tornado the face down.
Should we activate it? Or hope to...
I was trying to get you to Dust Tornado the face down before you attacked. That way they couldn't chain it with something like Mirror Force.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. That's actually me being stupid. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me.
Just leave it. It's probably fine.
Sagi the Dark Clown. So, yeah, no, we can't beat over that.
Yeah. You are way too used to modern Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah. It's been a bit since I've last played an old game. He's got nothing.
Well, let him have nothing. His deck is focused on life gain. Ooh, the Psychic Snail. It's a shame you don't have the other Psychic type monsters.
You can pay 800 life points to select one letter face of Psychic type monster you control. That monster can attack twice during each battle phase. This card cannot attack the turn you activate this effect.
The Psychic types are a deck that heavily rely on paying life points. That's why they have cards like cards that allow you to use their effects without paying the life points. Which makes Greybonds really annoying if your opponent ever hits it. Because with that combo, they essentially have infinite battle protection. Ooh, what was that?
Not sure yet, and we don't really have anything worth setting. Life Equalizer. Activate only when the difference between both players' life points is 8,000 or more. Both players' life points become 3,000.
That's funny.
So
he thinks he's gaining that much life.
So he honestly would. That's clearly a Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Once again, the reason the deck is named Healing Psychic is, well, it's a life gain deck. I do believe each attribute has a unique attack animation. I could be wrong, though, because I know... Well, I guess that means there's more than one, because I've seen a different animation for dark types than just a fang. Huh. Neat.
It could just be based on the monster. It kind of makes sense that Misted Tomato would actually bite its opponents.
Fair.
On top of that, believe it or not, the artwork of Misted Tomato we're seeing is the TCG artwork, but it's the censored artwork. For some reason, they thought to change Misted Tomato's OCG artwork for...
To make it scarier.
Which is weird, because normally they do that to make them less scary.
Ooh, Gen X Neutron, that's a fun one.
When you normal summon this card, you can add a machine-type tuner from your deck to your hand during the end phase of that turn.
So if you summon this, you'll be able to add a level 3 tuner at the end of your turn, and then tune off, for example, one of your Mystic Tomatoes to summon Psychic Life Transfer. It's also just an 1800 attack monster.
Yeah. There we go. Even though that even though the controls are essentially like traditional RPG Maker controls, I get Z and X.
RPG Maker game you can't talk about on YouTube.
I get Z and X as A and B completely turned around way too many times. Torike or Torike or whatever. Honestly, we may not need to synchro summon for this fight. Oh wait, no, that was... I misread that horribly. I thought it was asking to activate Threatening Roar.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, my everything broke.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't see the mistake, did you?
Which mistake?
For some reason, I thought it was asking to activate Threatening Roar, so I chose no when it was asking to activate Gen X Neutron's effect.
What did you activate for the Threatening Roar?
I didn't activate anything. I chose no to activate the effect. But honestly, with how this duel is going...
No to using Gen X Neutron?
Yeah, when I thought it was asking for some reason to activate Threatening Roar.
That's fine. You still have Kree-Mons. You might be... Oh, no, you can't make anything with what you've got out there now. So I guess no synchros.
With the way this duel's going, we may not actually need the synchro.
Oh, no, you normally don't.
Discard?
Just back to square one, his one monster, and be done.
Yeah, let's do it.
Discard the Vindictive Magician.
Really? Vindictive Magician?
Discard one of the cards with the Destroy effect for the memes.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Because he's dead this turn anyway. Who do you think should get the kill?
You know what?
What? Why did they make Mystic Tomato look so much eviler and so much worse in the censored art? I don't know. The non-censored art looks like a jack-o'-lantern tomato. This thing looks like Satan himself summoned it.
And what makes it even weirder is that they released another card sometime later called Mystic Potato without it censoring it to make it look so Mystic Potato actually looks like what it's supposed to look like from the OCG. They didn't give it the Mystic Tomato treatment, and they're supposed to be of the same series of cards.
Warning, you need my for right, or at least it need me to read. For right now, I'm gonna be tabbed out of the stream just because my phone's flagging a bit.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, his connection's not the best.
What?
Oh, he gets no special summon bonus out of it.
Yeah?
So I may actually have to do some reading for a little bit.
You may have to do some what?
I may actually have to do some reading for your characters a bit.
Tab into try.
Well, Okita is talking, so...
You're amazing. You're amazing. I shall have to dedicate myself to training even harder like you. Oh gosh, the innuendos write themselves.
Is that all you two got? Let me show you how this works.
This man is edgy. Oh god. Psychic duelists, listen up. The next operation to be carried out by our very own Arcadia Movement has been decided upon. Our target will be the sector security event, the Fortune Cup.
Oh, really? We're getting thrown into this? I thought...
Really do anything to this point. No, this starts before the Dark Signer stuff starts. Everyone realizing about the Dark Signers involves the Arcadia Movement being destroyed in the anime. Apparently, a large number of duelists with amazing skills will be participating in this tournament. Sector security, I can't let them go about their business without any oversight now, can I? Akiza, come. Wonder how many times he said that before.
Giggity.
I couldn't stop myself. I could not stop myself.
Now, let's be honest. By the end of 5D's, probably for both the manga and the anime, Yusei is the one that's getting giggity with Akiza in the end.
In the end, but it's suggestive how they write Akiza's story with Sayer / his name in the Japanese, which makes me hate him even more. Do you know what Sayer's name in the Japanese, or in the original of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's is?
Not a clue.
They named this punk Divine.
With a name like that, you would think he had a god complex.
Speaking of...
Oh god, he has a god complex in the Japanese version, doesn't he?
It's less of a god. He's still extremely manipulative and abusive and basically acts...
You got cut off a bit there.
He tries to be completely in control in, like, every way. Yeah. He's a pain in both. This is Akiza Azinski. She has been invited to take part in the Fortune Cup. I need the three of you to infiltrate the rear of the event hall in order to support her.
Why not just go in the crowd?
Because for some... Well, you'll see when we get here. That said, it looks like you don't have enough power now to bend a psychic duel to your will. There, you lying scumbag. Oh. The three of you will have to work together. Consider it a kind of field training. Akiza, make sure you give those other contestants a real taste of your powers.
Yes, sir. Everything will be as you wish, Sayer.
I hate him so much.
I am honestly surprised with that line that Akiza just doesn't call him master.
Honestly, the only reason she doesn't is this man has abused and gaslit her much into believing that he is the only person that cares or loves or believes in her in any way, to her parents not exactly being the best. Like, she is under the most... She's not brainwashed. So much emotional abuse that she might as well be. It's to the point where even later on, knowing about saying the things he's done, she finds it hard to not want to protect him, knowing that he is a killer, maybe not a serial killer, but a killer who murdered children in the name of his progress. And actively manipulated her and never cared about her, and she still has trouble not wanting. That is how deep this gaslight goes. All right, you three, head over to. Don't fail me. Look, if I was a teacher, you want to know one of my biggest problems? The fact that the person with the PhD in dueling is one of the worst duelists in. He nearly lost to Chumley, man.